Okay, guys. So in last class, I have shown how to set up Terraform and how to install Git, how to install Visual Studio Code, how to install Terraform, and how to install AWS CLI. Okay, so we have completed setup, a lab setup part for Terraform. Okay, so today our activity is initialize current working directory with Terraform. It is very simple. And before we are going to initialize current directory with Terraform. Okay, so let us understand Terraform structure. So when it comes to Terraform structure, so generally Terraform script is a collection of blocks. Okay, so there are so many blocks that we are going to use, like provider block, resource block. Okay, so we are going to write something like provider block and resource block and module block, provisioner block, data source block. Okay, like this we are going to write blocks. Okay, so what my provider block contains, actually provider block contains, so the provider means provider is nothing but it is a cloud platform where you want to build your infrastructure, build your infrastructure, and provider block will contain all the plugins. A plugin is nothing but it is a piece of software, okay, that can be used to communicate with, okay, a cloud. A provider is nothing but it is a piece of software that can be used to communicate with, okay, AWS cloud, Azure cloud, GCP cloud, whatever it may be. So for every cloud is having its own provider plugins. And provider block also contains credentials. Like when you want to connect to AWS cloud, definitely we need to have access key and secret key. Then only Terraform can speak with AWS. So provider block contains credentials and version of the provider plugin. Yeah, this is only one-time execution block. And we don't write credentials directly in provider block. Okay, we are going to set credentials in AWS. We are going to set credentials in AWS. That credentials we are going to give from Terraform, okay, working directory. Now, for the sake of working with AWS cloud, first we are going to create a username, a user in AWS. Okay, so for that, let us go to AWS and let us create a user. console.aws.amazon.com. Now this is AWS console, guys. This is the home page of AWS. Okay, this is services menu on the right side. You can see, okay, a drop down which is going to show all the regions. Okay, like North Virginia, Ohio, North California, Oregon, Mumbai. Okay, these are the regions that are available. Okay, in AWS cloud. Okay, you have to specify, okay, in which region you wanted to create your infrastructure. Okay, now here this is services menu. And there are so many services that are available here, like blockchain, compute, containers, database, developer tools. Okay. Now, our user creation comes under IAM. IAM means Identity Access Management. Identity Access Management. Click on this Identity Access Management icon and let us create a user. Now, let us click on Create User. Username is Terraform user 1 because already Terraform user is available. That is why I'm giving 1. Okay, so in the next checkbox, are you seeing provider user access to the AWS management console? I don't want to give console access to him. So don't select this. Go to next, select attach policies directly. I am giving admin access to him. And let us go to next page, create user. Okay, now once user is created, click on this user and you are seeing this option, right? Security credentials. Security credentials and click on access key and secret key. And here select other. Create access key. Okay, here this access key, secret key we have to use from your Terraform working directory. Okay, this is only one-time job. And you have to save these credentials at a safety place. So we should not expose these access key, secret key to outside persons. So if outside persons knows this access key, secret key, okay, so they can connect to your account. So keep them very carefully. So I'm going to store these credentials in my Notepad++ for temporary purpose. Yeah, these are other batch credentials. This is my access key. So what is secret access key? Here, this is a secret access key. Access key is like username. Secret access key is like password. Okay, here, these are the credentials for 8 p.m. IST. DURGASOFT. Now, let us create a folder. Okay, any folder you can create in your local machine. This is a working folder of Terraform. Now I am selecting D drive. And here, select create one folder. Show more options. New. And I am creating a folder called Terraform 23rd May DURGASOFT. 2024 DURGASOFT. Now just double click this and right click and select Git bash here. From here, open Visual Studio Code. Code dot. Okay, from this folder, if you want to open Visual Studio Code, just press it. Just give code dot. Okay, within the current folder, Visual Studio Code is open. So once Visual Studio Code is open, your next duty is, okay, better you install some plugins, not plugins, extensions. Extensions are nothing but these are like softwares which are going to help you in writing code. They are going to give like auto completion, okay, hints while writing arguments. They are going to help you. Okay, many things they are going to provide. So here to install extensions, this is a tab, extensions. Select Azure. Okay, so yeah, these are all the necessary extensions for dealing with Azure. Even though you don't install these extensions, you can work with Terraform. But just for your convenient purpose, easiness purpose, okay, you can install all these plugins. So in my system already I installed many extensions. Okay, so here Azure Tools, Azure App Services, Storage, Azure Databases, Azure Account, Resources, Functions, Machine. Okay, so almost you can install all the extensions. I'm not doing that because in my system already the plugins are there, extensions are there. Now, this is about provider block, right? So next, when it comes to resource block. So resource block generally contains what is the resource you wanted to create in AWS. Okay, what is the resource you wanted to create? Okay, not only in AWS, in Azure Cloud also. Okay, what is the resource you wanted to create? Whether you want to create a file, or whether you want to create a virtual machine, whether you want to create a load balancer, whether you want to create a database server, what is that you wanted to create? Okay, that you have to write in resource block. And in resource block, majorly we are going to write arguments and attributes. Arguments are input values, attributes are output values. Arguments are input values, attributes are output values. Okay, so suppose I want to create a virtual machine. To create a virtual machine, I need to give many input parameters, right? Like what is the machine size, what is the availability zone, and what is the hard disk size, what is the security group, what is a VPC. Okay, these are the input values that you need to supply while creating a resource. Module block, this is generally it is like a reusable component. So generally in other programming languages like C, C++, Java, .NET, how we have used functions. Functions are reusable components, right? Okay, here module also a reusable Terraform template. Reusable Terraform template. Okay, so that module you can write in Terraform. And provisioner block, this is for installing software. So once your virtual machine is created, okay, if you want to install some softwares in that virtual machine, we can use provisioner block. And data source block, okay, generally this is for querying some details. Suppose in my account, I have some virtual machines. I want to know, okay, the information about virtual machines. I want to know information about storage. Okay, to know about resources information, we can use data source block. Okay, these are the different types of blocks that we are going to use as a part of our Terraform. Okay, so most of the times we are going to use only resource block. Okay, these are additional blocks, module, provisioner, data source block. These are additional blocks, which we don't use. So each and block we are going to discuss definitely. Okay, just for now. Okay, so we are going to use resource block. So resource block, it is a mandatory block. Without resource block, we cannot write any script. And provider block is only one-time execution block. Okay, and if you want to download a particular version of provider, then you have to use provider. Otherwise, by looking at the resource block itself, Terraform is going to download appropriate plugins. Now, here, so there are certain commands we are going to use as a part of our course. Terraform frequently used commands. Terraform FMT, Terraform init, Terraform apply, Terraform destroy, Terraform graph, Terraform output. So these are the frequently used commands, guys. Terraform FMT command, this is going to align your text. Okay, so if you are not writing a Terraform script in a proper way, and when I execute Terraform FMT command, it is going to completely beautify your text. Okay, it is going to arrange in a proper order. It is going to arrange your Terraform script in a proper order. Okay, well-defined order. Okay, it is optional. Okay, even though your Terraform is not meeting requirements, you can execute. But to beautify, to arrange code in a proper order, you can execute Terraform FMT command. So Terraform init command, that is only one-time execution, that is to download plugins. Before you are going to execute other commands, okay, before you are going to execute other commands like apply, destroy, graph, you need to execute Terraform init command. Terraform init command is going to download all the necessary plugins. That is only one-time execution block. Terraform apply. Okay, there is one more. Is there? Terraform plan. So Terraform plan is going to give draft. Suppose I want to create a network in my AWS. Okay, network with two subnets, route tables, security group, everything I want to create. So before you are going to implement the actual infrastructure, you can take a draft. You can take a plan. Okay, so Terraform plan does not implement anything, but Terraform plan is going to give idea, design, draft to you. Okay, once you satisfy with the draft, okay, you can implement the model, the design by using Terraform apply command. Terraform plan command just it is going to draft, it is going to give idea only. Apply command, it is going to really build the infrastructure. Okay, Terraform destroy command, whatever infrastructure you have created, if you want to destroy such infrastructure in a single step, you can execute Terraform destroy. And what is Terraform graph? Terraform graph is nothing but it is going to give dependency graph. Generally, resources will be depending upon okay other resources. My network depends on subnets. Subnets depends on VPC. Okay, so if you want to know the dependency, which resource is depending upon what resource, okay, if you want to draw dependencies, then you can use Terraform graph command. And finally, Terraform output command. Okay, it is going to give, okay, what is output that is displayed as a part of your execution. That can be displayed by Terraform output command. Okay, these are not mandatory commands. Okay, so the mandatory command is Terraform apply command. Okay, only Terraform apply command is it is going to really build your infrastructure. Plan is optional, init is optional, FMT is optional, destroy is optional, all are optional, but apply. Okay, so if you want to directly implement the structure, directly implement the virtual infrastructure, then you can execute Terraform apply command. Okay. So is it clear so far, guys? So if it is clear so far means I will continue. I can continue. You have any questions so far?
Clear, sir.
Okay. Now, this is my working directory. And this is my Visual Studio Code. Here what I will do, just for the sake of simplicity, I am going to create a new file. Okay. So this file is something like file.tf. The file name can be anything, but the extension should be .tf. Okay. So first time I am not going to use any AWS cloud. I am going to use a local provider. Okay. Now let us see what are the providers that are available in Terraform. There are so many providers are available. Terraform. Okay, for everything there is a excellent documentation from Terraform. There are approximately 4,000 providers are there. So here are you seeing providers are logical abstraction of upstream API. They are responsible for understanding API interactions and exposing resources. Because these are the providers like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, Kubernetes, Alibaba. Okay, so if you scroll down, there are approximately how many providers are there here? 4,202 providers are there. Apex, ALJ, Akamai, Alkira. Okay, these are all the providers, guys. Now, just for the sake of understanding, what I will do, okay, I will use local provider. Okay, so what local provider is going to do? Local provider is going to do local file or local provider is going to create a file in your local system. Okay, now let us see local Terraform local file provider. You can ask like this. Now example usage. Okay, are you seeing local provider is used to manage local resources such as files? Example usage is not coming. Okay, so this is a very simple example. Okay, so here to create a file. Okay, we are going to use resource block. Resource, this is resource type. Resource type cannot be changed. It is fixed one. And next thing is this is a name that is used by Terraform, not by you and me. This is content. Okay, what content you wanted to put. And these are the arguments, guys. Okay, so arguments are input values. I told you, right? Arguments are input values and attributes are output values. File name, content. Okay, these are optional. Okay, which is mandatory? Mandatory parameter is required parameter is thing is required. Now let us write this block resource local file. After local file, I am giving like my file. Local file is a resource type. Okay, this should not be changed. My file can be anything. This is Terraform reference purpose. It is not for our purpose. This is Terraform reference purpose. Okay, so after local file, so what is that he has used here? Content and file name, right? Open a bracket here, content equal to hello, welcome to Terraform. File, is it file or file name? File name. Okay. So while I am writing a script, some ints are coming, right? Are you seeing file name? Some ints are coming. So why these ints are coming here? Because I installed extensions. File name equal to my first file. See here, I am not writing in any proper order. Okay, just like this I am giving. And let us open command prompt here. There you click on these three dots, terminal, new terminal, and here select git bash. Okay, now you execute Terraform FMT means formatting. Just have a look of this one. Okay, yeah, this script will be arranged in a proper order. When I say FMT, are you seeing this script is arranged in a proper order here? When I say Terraform FMT, and if I execute directly Terraform apply, okay, see it will throw error. Or Terraform plan. Are you seeing inconsistent dependency log? The following dependency selections recorded in the log file are inconsistent because there is no provider you are downloaded. Okay, for local file also there is a provider required. So how to download provider here? To download provider, okay, so there is a command called Terraform init. Are you seeing a provider called local file was downloaded here? Local file, its version is 2.5.1. So it is recorded in terraform.log.hcl. Okay, this file was created automatically. So now this is the information about your provider. Okay, now once your provider is downloaded, you can apply Terraform plan. Okay, so in the Terraform plan, it is going to display all the items like what is the content and what is the file name, what is the ID. These are the default values, guys. Okay, these are the default parameters which I did not give. Even though you are not giving, default values will be taken here. File permission ID. Right? Now, if I execute Terraform, apply. Now it is telling that I am going to create this file with permissions like 0377, ID equal to this one, file name equal to my first file, content equal to allow, welcome to Terraform. And just say yes. Are you seeing file was created here? My file. The my file, hello, welcome to Terraform was there. Now in the same way, I am going to create one more file. Resource local underscore file my file to content equal to this is my second file. File name equal to my second file. Now this time you don't need to execute Terraform init because already you downloaded local file plugins. Okay, directly you can execute Terraform plan. Okay, in the plan, okay, what it is saying? It is saying that this is my second file. These are content. These are the default values. And ID equal to known after apply. And file name is equal to my second file. So when it is executing second time, okay, this part is ignored. Okay, it does not because already this part was executed in the previous step, right? So when you execute Terraform apply command, what happens here? Okay, so whatever it has created, completely that was ignored. Now directly you can say Terraform apply auto approve also. Okay, so when you say auto approve here, you need not to give yes option later. Are you seeing the second file is also created here? This is my second file. Now here, one interesting file was created here, terraform.tf state file. Terraform.tf state file was created. Okay, so in this state file, okay, it has recorded whatever information, whatever resource it has created previously. Okay, this is auto generated, guys. I did not create it. This is second file, my file too. And now I created two files, right? And in TF state file, whatever resources we have created are completely recorded. And whatever resources I have created, just I want to, okay, clean up. So to clean up all the resources, simply you can execute Terraform destroy auto approve. Destruction was completed. Okay, are you seeing two files have gone here? Okay, now the TF state file becomes empty. Nothing is there here. And whatever information is there in TF state file, completely that was moved to backup file. Okay, there was another file was created, backup file. Okay, so the complete information of TF state file was completely moved to backup file. So is it clear, guys, so far? Till now, I did not use any AWS. AWS cloud I did not use. So if it is clear means, okay, I will show how to connect to the AWS cloud. In AWS cloud, how to create resources manually first. Then we are going to automate it.
So as of now, it looks like clear, but we need to do one time the same setup.
Yeah, definitely have to do this one practice. Okay, without practice, things will not be clear. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, so by tomorrow we do, and if any questions we ask tomorrow in tomorrow sessions.
Okay. So first I will show how connectivity, how to connect to the AWS cloud in this class. Then I will stop the class. Okay.
Okay.
So we have created credentials, right? Access key is there, secret key is there. So from our working directory, just execute AWS configure. Yesterday we have installed AWS CLI software, right? Okay. So since we have installed AWS CLI software, it should work. Okay. Without installing AWS CLI, it will not work. And it is asking for access key. So what is the access key here? Here, this is the access key. Copy this, paste it over here. Secret access key. This is the secret access key. Region is US West 2. So where it is mentioned US West 2? Here, if you drop down this and if you go to EC2 instance, if you go to EC2 instance, here Oregon region is there. Oregon is abbreviated as US East 2. Any region you can select. There is no specific restriction like that. Oregon is US West 2. Okay, so that region only I am giving you. You just press enter. Output is none. Now we are connected to AWS cloud. Now in AWS cloud, okay, first what I will do, I will create a hard disk. I will create a hard disk. Okay, hard disk is nothing but storage that is attached to attached to a virtual machine. Now to create a hard disk, okay, and let us go to EC2 dashboard, and there is a section called volumes. There is a section here, volumes. Click on this volume. Okay, first I am showing manually, guys. Then I will show it from Terraform. Create volume. I am creating a volume with something like this is a capacity. I am creating a volume with 5 gigs. Okay, just for understanding, I am giving a different number 5. And this is US West 2A. These are the input values that I am giving while creating a resource in AWS. And click on create value. Okay, so a value was created with 5 gigs capacity here. Now same thing I want to automate. So to automate, okay, so let us look at the documentation. So Terraform, documentation. Terraform. Just a minute, guys. Someone is knocking at the door. Okay, guys. So here, to create a hard disk EBS volume in Terraform, so there are documentation provided. And where is that documentation? Here you can say like EBS underscore value. Otherwise, directly you can search for Terraform EBS underscore value. Here, if you look at the documentation, there are examples given. Yeah, this is our data source. Was EBS AWS. Here, just type here. It is not coming. Okay, here this is document resource. Resource type is AWS underscore EBS underscore value. Example. Okay, so when you look at this argument reference, which is required here, available zone is a required parameter, and remaining parameters are optional. Encrypted, final snapshot, size, snapshot ID. Here these are optional, guys. Now let us create one value here. Now let us create a file. This is ebs.tf. Otherwise, directly you can go here. Here, create a folder mkdir AWS. Okay. And let us go to AWS folder. From here, open Visual Studio Code. Within the directory, I am creating one more directory, AWS. ebs.tf. Now let us write the code. Resource AWS underscore EBS value. Are you seeing automatically ints are coming here? EBS value within quotations. My value. Okay. So what are the parameters here? Available zone is first parameter, size. Are you seeing available zone has come automatically equal to, I am giving like 7 GB. 7. Is it 7 should be given in quotes? No. Available zone, sorry. It is available zone, right? Not size. size equal to 7. Availability zone equal to US West 2A. 2 is Oregon. Okay, 2A means availability zone. And after that, I want to give tags. Okay, tags are key and value pairs. So your tags are given here. Tags equal to name equal to, okay, or directly you can give env equal to dev. Okay, now let us open terminal from here. Let us go to git bash. Now execute Terraform fmt. Okay, now my code was properly arranged. Now execute Terraform plan. Okay, it will throw error because we did not download AWS plugins. Now just by looking at this AWS keyword, Terraform is going to download all the necessary plugins for AWS. Now just you need to execute AWS. Previously we have downloaded local file plugin that is related to local file only, but we did not have AWS plugin. So directory execute Terraform init. Are you seeing installing HashiCorp by AWS 5.0 something? Terraform has been successfully initialized. And if you open this Terraform.log.html, okay, I'm using this plugin for AWS. Okay, this plugin was downloaded 5.50.0. And here, once the plugins are downloaded, what is the next command? You have to execute Terraform plan. Okay, in the plan, it is going to show that I am going to create a hard disk with 7 gigs capacity and within US West 2A. Okay, here if you want to implement this draft, you can execute Terraform, apply, auto approve. Now we are connected to AWS account, right? So it will connect to the AWS account. It is going to create a volume by the name of volume. So we are with the capacity. So with how much capacity it is going to create 7 gigs, right? Now let us go and verify in AWS. Here is my AWS console. Now just refresh this. Are you seeing a volume with 7 gigs was created here? And here if you select this, in the tags, okay, there is an option called tags. The tags are using environment equal to dev. Guys, this is about Terraform resources creation. Terraform. Okay, once you are doing this activity, don't keep like this because these are very expensive, guys. Okay, unnecessary bills will come. Okay, once you use once you create everything, don't keep like this. Immediately remove them to save from charges. Terraform destroy. There is a typo here. Okay, it was destroyed. If you refresh this, this is vanished. Okay. So this is how you can create resources, guys. So till this point, do you have any questions? Is it interesting? Is it boring?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Today I joined late. I wasn't knowing that today it is going to start. So is it?
Yesterday, not today. Actually, day before yesterday, it was started. Day before yesterday, introduction. Yesterday, I have shown how to set up Terraform. Today, I am showing all these things. This is
No,
third
sir, yesterday I
third
logged
section.
in, but I didn't find anyone. So it was not
No, no,
started
no.
only. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Started yesterday itself is it was started. I have shown lab setup yesterday itself.
okay, sir. Then I will pick up those yesterday class.
Yes. Okay. So you have any questions?
It's interesting, but we need to practice one. I mean, all the things I mean, to hear it is clear, but we need to do one time practice and we'll let you know any questions tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. You need to practice for it, at least 2 to 3 hours. That is mandatory. Okay. And because we have to discuss many more things.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Hello,
sir.
sir. Sir,
Yes.
if I want to create a volume in AWS, now we have installed a AWS CLI and then configured, then it is possible. But
No, no,
if
no,
I want
no.
to create,
AWS CLI, that is for executing AWS CLI commands only. That means if you want to create resources without coming into website, AWS CLI software is used. And if you want to create something in a console, AWS CLI software is not required.
okay. Yeah, my point is like now you are trying to create a volume in the AWS. In the similar way,
First I have shown in a manual way. Manual way means first I have shown it from console website. Then I automated in Terraform.
okay, sir. Okay, my question is in the similar workflow, how can I create with the normal servers? Let's say I have a Windows server. Can I use Terraform to create volume in the Windows server?
Anything you can create because this is our first class, right? I will show everything. Don't worry.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Because we cannot complete Terraform within single day, right?
Okay, fine.
Okay, guys, practice. Okay, so from tomorrow link will be changed, and I think everyone has registered, right? And
Yes, I have registered.
yeah, tomorrow you will be getting a new link.
Okay, sir. And shall we get this recording of today's class?
Yeah, definitely. You contact DURGASOFT front office team. They will provide you.
Okay, sir. Okay.
But the thing is, before coming to next class, this is mandatory, guys, because one class is connected to another class. At least you have to work for two hours in a day. That is mandatory. Please practice. Okay, without practicing, things will be dangerous. Things will be very horrible, difficulty also. Please practice.
Okay,
Please
sir.
do hands on. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm stopping. Okay, tomorrow we meet again the same time.